Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to focus on prefixes. So those little letters that you see before some of the words. Why are these prefixes important? Well, because in this video I will show you how some prefixes can actually be used to create the opposite meaning of a word in Italian. In this video, I will focus on this, so on using prefixes to create opposite words, and I will show you how to create them and what their meaning is. I'm going to give you the most common ones, but of course, if you open up a dictionary, wow, I'm very old. If you look up a dictionary online, I'm sure you will find many other words. So I'm giving you the ones that are most common that you can probably hear in everyday Italian language, but you are more than welcome to research new ones and to write them in the comments. I'm sure you know that there are some words that are used as opposites. So we do have in the Italian language, but also in English and also in every other language, words that are completely different, and that means the opposite of another word. For example, alto, basso, giovane, vecchio, bello, brutto, salire, scendere, aprire, chiudere. So it's true that sometimes you have like a specific new word that is defined as the opposite of something else. It can be a word, an adjective, or a verb, okay? So if I say alto, tall, I can say basso, short, okay? In this case, you don't really need a prefix because you already have a word that states an opposite. Very often, the easy way of creating opposites is also to use the particle non. So, back to our list, we can say è alto, he is tall. Non è alto, he is not tall. So sometimes we can also use non to create a negative sentence, so to create an opposite meaning, okay? When you don't have this possibility, you can use prefixes. To create these new words, you will need a main word, and before that main word, we will add a prefix. So we will add some letters right before. We are going to focus on the most common prefix. So the common prefix is in, I-N, in. I will list some words with their opposite created with a prefix. You can download the list or you can check the list on my blog page, okay? Or if you want to download it, just look at the link below the video. It's free and you have all of this written out for you. Obviously, this is just a short list, but there are many more. If you find more, write them in the comments. Volontario, involontario. Sicuro, insicuro. Finito, infinito. Soddisfatto, insoddisfatto. Utile, inutile. Accettabile, inaccettabile. Naturale, innaturale. Visibile, invisibile. Affidabile, inaffidabile. Esperto, inesperto. Difeso, indifeso. So in this list, basically you have the main word and you just pop in at the beginning the two little letters IN. Be careful though, because the prefix in, IN, can change, and the change is linked to the first letter of the main word. So if the main word begins with a P or with an M, you will no longer use in, but you will use im, so I am. Let's look at this list together. Possibile, impossibile. Preciso, impreciso. Probabile, improbabile. You see, all of these three words begin with a P. Since they begin with a P, when you're using the prefix in, it will change the N to an M. Im instead of in. Okay, same thing with words that begin with an M, like mobile, immobile. Maturo, immaturo. Another exception is when you have the main word that begins with an L or an R. In this case, you will not use in, but you will use ir or il. Let's look at some examples. Logico, illogico. Regolare, irregolare. Double up the L or the R, okay? So you have to basically eliminate the N and use either a double L or a double R. As always, I suggest to create sentences to make these words yours. Here are some of my examples, and I suggest that you practice by creating sentences and by writing them in the comments here below. C'è tanta nebbia oggi. La strada è quasi invisibile. Oggi è il primo giorno di lavoro di Gianni. È ancora inesperto. Il gatto ha paura del cane. È immobile sul ramo dell'albero. La strada per andare in montagna era molto brutta. Direi che era irregolare e piena di buche. Faccio fatica a capire il tuo ragionamento. Mi sembra illogico. Now, there are also other prefixes that are used to create opposite words. They are not as common as the ones that I have just shown you, but I will also give you a few examples with those. The prefixes are a, dis, esse. I'm just going to give you a list of very common words that you can have. With these, I suggest that if you want to level up your Italian and you have understood correctly the first examples that I have given you, add on a couple of these, okay? Take it slow. There is no need to rush. One prefix at a time will do the trick. Normale, anormale. Sociale, asociale. Simmetrico, asimmetrico. Informato, disinformato. Onore, disonore. Abilità, disabilità. Fiducia, sfiducia. Fiorire, sfiorire. Gradevole, sgradevole. Gonfiare, sgonfiare. Okay, so this was a quick review of prefixes that can be used to create opposites. As always, if you need any other information, write a comment under the video. I am more than happy to help you on your Italian language journey. See you next week. Un bacio. Mwah! Ciao!